Hello.
Twist the ottoman a little bit there, sir.
This way?
Usually.
Other way.
Other way.
Other
There we
way.
are.
Hello.
Yeah.
So
So we're live streaming. Ooh, who knew?
Yeah. I am Andrea, Miss Andrea, and I run Cheese Press Publishing, and with these ladies, and Hazelwood Prep Homeschool program.
And tell us something weird about yourself.
Why are you doing this?
Because this is
so
the standard
random.
icebreaker, right?
Why are we doing
when
this?
you stand up
Oh.
and you do introductions,
This is
it's
what
your
happens.
name, what you do, and something strange, an unusual fact about yourself.
I don't think I have one.
Oh, come on. No, you do.
What's an unusual fact about her?
Ooh, I like this.
Let me think of something that's actually good. Oh, she was once in a high school war, biology against chemistry.
What?
They smoked out the entire school.
What?
See?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah, that happened.
And I'm Mare, the other co-founder of Cheese Press Publishing and Hazelwood Prep. Also work here. The unusual fact about me is that when I was a senior in high school, I was part of a circus at a local community college.
Somehow not surprising.
I accept that.
Somehow not surprising.
You know,
at
I
all.
didn't know when it happened. I've just had random bits of circus dropped on me at some point. I'm like, circus? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I performed with the Triton Troopers
That's
at
fun.
Triton College outside of Chicago.
That's
Triton.
fun. I would like to do like aerial stuff, but I would get motion sick real fast.
There actually is an aerial place here in Atlanta that does it's aerial fitness basically, and you can learn how to
I know
perform.
some
I
in
too would
Philadelphia
love
that
to do
performs
that.
on
Like,
silks
that sounds
also.
amazing.
Like I have connections if you really want to perform on silks.
Just
I
be
get
like
motion
Zendaya.
Oh, okay.
Greatest
Like I want to,
showman.
but I will vomit on everyone. Okay, so
Oh,
who
well.
are you?
Maybe
Oh,
later.
hi.
Yeah. Who are you?
I'm Jordan. I'm related to this one. I'm just sort of here most of the time. I have no official titles.
Incorrect. You're a teacher for us.
I am a teacher.
Sometimes music director,
Again, I just sort of show up and they're like, guess what you're doing?
but you do teach for us.
But I do
Yeah.
teach most of the time.
And you've also one of the authors on our ancient history textbook.
I did do that. I did write the
Duh.
curriculum for ancient history.
Yeah.
She does what I tell her to. Yes.
Yeah, again, well, like, that's not a title. That's just me being here and you going, guess what you're doing? I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting thing.
Oh. See, I swear I've done something interesting before.
Do we need to ask you
Sure.
an interesting fact about her?
What I'm thinking of is something we've already said on this channel.
So
once.
no, when she was like 9, she begged to be in pageants, and we obliged. And then when she
Oh.
was 10, she was invited to Disney, this big pageant at Disney, and she had a moment of stage fright. But then the backstage fell down on everyone backstage, and she instantly lost stage fright because she figured the stage was safer than
Yep.
backstage.
Got to start over. Did a better job the second time. I was like, unfortunate for you, my guy.
Oh, dang. All right.
I was like, well, I guess I'll be up here. This is fine.
Hello. I'm Holly. I also just work here. I do a lot of things.
Oh, isn't that neat?
Oh, look at that. We're getting.
Oh,
Why did we think it was a good idea to have
Yes.
live
we
interaction
like that.
with all the
Look,
ADHD
we're
people?
ADHD, so every time you give us a thumbs up or a heart, we're gonna scroll out.
It's
You're
true.
welcome.
It's
You're
great.
welcome.
Make them squirrel. It's funny.
Mhm.
It's actually so funny.
It's level.
Yeah.
Sophia's being frantically saying no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work here. I do things. I edit videos. I
Mhm.
show up. The end.
I literally
Um,
thought that Holly did
also-
this and that it mirrored
I
her.
know.
That's what I thought
That was
happened.
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought that's what was going on.
Yeah, I thought it was
I
like
was-
you could
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Oh gosh, there's probably a million interesting things about me. Well, there's something very random that comes to mind. I've been on the phone with Chris Sarandon. That's a thing that happened one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was that was such an unexpected name.
It was
Mhm.
super random.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, he's technically the voice of Jack Skellington.
Mm-hmm.
Although Danny Elfman sang for Jack Skellington, so
Yeah, I was like, I recognized the name and I was like, but that's
he's also
Such a
Prince
random
Humperdinck from a
person.
movie you might know of called The Princess Bride.
yeah. I was like, that is
Yeah.
such a random person.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
That's a thing that happened.
So,
Okay.
so that's who we
So
are.
also
was so random.
at some point later on,
Mhm.
I'm hearing that we're going to get kicked out. So make sure you go through this again with our guests. That will
Oh
be joining
yes,
us
when
later.
you're going to be joining later.
Mhm.
Yes, we will be sure to do that again.
So that's who we are.
That's who we are. So
Um,
I think we had questions.
I was about to say.
So if you're watching and you have questions for us, type them in. But we do have a bag of questions.
So some of the lovely students prepared this for us, and none of us have read them, so I'm a little scared.
As you probably should.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
We didn't vet any of them.
I did not. I didn't have time.
Oh,
So,
too late now.
all right, are you just gonna draw?
I was
Too
gonna
late
say,
now. Here we
well,
all are.
no,
Okay.
but here's the thing: we're not actually showing the text up there. So
Right. I mean, if there's
Uh,
anything overly inappropriate, we're not, of course. Because
No.
what is it?
I won't be doing
What
that.
are we doing?
I think that may have come from that.
I would.
I have no ability to freestyle history rap.
Just give me a beat. It's gonna be awful. I'm gonna hate myself for this later.
I was like,
I'm sure all of
I
you
was like,
hate
do you
yourselves
want
as well.
this?
Plug your ears right now, because this is gonna be disgusting. No. Oh my god. No. Give me an actual beat. And then I need something. I need keywords.
A topic.
You're the historians. Help.
My friend, thanks.
Help,
Always go
help.
back
My
to
brain
the
just went
government.
right to ancient.
Yeah,
So-
I don't ancients.
Okay.
I
so
don't.
but
okay.
can you French Revolution?
Abraham Lincoln.
Possibly. Maybe.
Okay.
We could think of something. Or I could just fail miserably.
I was like, I know
This
you.
is gonna be.
I know you
disgusting
like
no matter
figures,
what.
and I'm trying to remember somebody that's
I
like in your
know.
time period.
I'm gonna suck. This is gonna be so
Do it.
bad.
Suck. Suck so bad. Go for it.
Why is there laughing?
What?
Turn that off,
What are you
sir.
doing, sir?
Is there an actual beat?
It started after
Was
that.
that the Kendrick
Oh,
Lamar
good.
diss track?
Good.
It started after that part.
I can't. Come on, I gotta get through the nerves. I used to do this for fun. I really did. I need a topic.
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette?
Can you do that?
Maybe. Hold on, let me think. If I could just get through the nerves, I'm gonna try, okay? It's gonna be awful. Plug your ears now. There was this queen, Marie Antoinette. One time she said, let them eat cake. That's it. That's all I got. I'm just gonna go crawl into a hole and die now.
I was like, I need a list of facts about
it's
anybody.
been literally
It's a
so
special
long
part.
since I've done that.
And I was gonna say I do not improv. I do not improv. I don't know what
I
this
don't
is.
like
I
it.
I know I want to be able to freestyle. I just know that I'm bad and very, very bad.
Why are you
Okay.
looking at me? Stop looking at me.
I'm scared.
What is your favorite controversial topic to
What?
write about?
Why?
So what had happened was.
Why
I was like,
No,
wait,
this is a great one. I love
Wait.
this one.
I'm done.
No, I'm here for this
So,
one.
so what had happened was slavery.
We go in there. Okay.
What you want to know about
Okay.
slavery? Let's see.
We going. We going.
Things I don't discuss with the children.
They're watching.
Cover your ears.
Huh.
So what had happened was, okay, no, I can't go that dark.
No, you can't.
So what had happened was,
Right.
at some point, the world got together and said, we're not going to do transcontinental slavery anymore. We're not going to go to Africa and grab people and ship them around.
seems a bit rude.
And the U.S. said, okay, we'll just breed them.
They did.
They did.
Oh, yeah. The end.
That's the
Next question.
Yeah, we'll take a shot at this one.
I was like,
Oh,
what's
that made my neck
controversial
tight.
topic?
That's fair.
My controversial topics make everybody uncomfortable.
I mean,
Well, that's
they're
fine. They're
controversial.
controversial. They're
That's kind of the
supposed to-
point.
That's fair.
Anything that's uncomfortable is interesting to me in history.
Oh, I have a
Naturally.
favorite controversial topic.
Okay.
I had a social life. I still have one. I've always had one.
Oh,
So
homeschooling.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, the end. There we go.
No, I think history in general can be very controversial just because people don't like to acknowledge the things that make them uncomfortable. And
Okay.
so I enjoy finding all of those things because we're not adequately studying history if we're avoiding anything and everything that makes us uncomfortable. history's supposed to be uncomfortable. That's
Mm-hmm.
how you learn from it.
So what you got?
So specifically, how Western cultures treat women.
Mm,
That's one that I'm
Mm.
especially fond of diving into.
mm.
That one is weird.
Colonization.
Oh
So
boy.
what happened was not just
You're not wrong.
So what had-
You're not
You can start
wrong.
laughing. So what had happened was, and you're like, oh, I don't like women.
Children, this is the last time I let you make questions. Actually, these are so good. No, they're good.
What you got?
Does it need to be a history controversial topic?
I mean,
or-
technically, go for it though. I don't care.
So nothing is real. Most things are fake. Money, fake. Time, fake. Gender, pretty fake. Sex isn't fake, but our connection to it from gender entirely made up and has changed so
Fascinating.
consistently that it almost doesn't make sense that we have the norms in the first place.
There we go.
I accept it.
These are controversial things, indeed.
I have to sit with that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
was
sure
gonna
everything you
say.
just said.
I was going to
No,
say,
money is
well,
absolutely
it's
fake.
controversial. Well, I can agree
Oh,
with you on
absolutely.
that one.
Especially
Yeah.
now. Money gets
I'm
faker
gonna
by the
say,
minute.
I have to sit with that too.
Money gets faker by the second.
It does. Money is fake. Money
Race
super
is also fake.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so very
Race is a social construct.
Unfortunately, all of these things have become real because it affects
Culture
people's
is
lives.
real. Race
go,
is a
Bo.
social construct.
but one that has some
I was like, money
very sketchy.
Money is real and
consequences.
race is real in the way that it affects people's lives. People die over it and thus it is real. But if we all decided to ignore it tomorrow, it would go away immediately.
These are like shower thoughts. Like
I-
this is just
This is
real
what my
deep.
this is what my brain does
This is
on
real
a Tuesday.
deep. Good.
Mm, just Tuesday.
I had to
mean,
stare off
that's
in the
about
middle
right.
distance and go,
Teach on
money's
Wednesdays.
You're not real. Nothing's real.
Okay, what else we got?
Who knows? Okay, is it?
Do
You
we
done?
want to pass it around?
oh jeez.
That's a good idea.
I was
Yeah.
just vetting them.
Oh,
I pulled them out.
that's fair.
Since nobody had.
That's fair.
How can I start writing history?
Oh, I'm not answering that.
Ooh. Yes, write history.
I mean, first thing, find something that you're passionate about.
any topic in
Such a-
history, and then just start digging in. And then, okay, so some of the students are storytellers. So I'm like, tell the personal story. Some kids like the weird stuff. Find the story,
Find
in
what you're
it.
passionate about.
And
What is
then
it that makes you
start
happy?
writing, and then make sure you didn't make things up by researching it again. But yeah, just find the weird things or find the fun things.
So, from a more technical side of
Mhm.
things, because history being what it is, research is such a large component of it. Dig into whatever your topic is, research it exhaustively, find all of the different stories that you can about it, see which ones match up, because that's kind of probably reliable. And then when you're done researching everything, sit down and write what you learned.
Right. Well,
And I mean, even if it's just more like a journal entry than anything else,
right. Definitely
summarize
journal
your
entries.
thoughts. Summarize your thoughts on paper. And then you can always build out a bigger writing piece from them.
For example, I just got on this whole Abraham Lincoln kick.
Okay.
And I started out with one crazy fact, and that Boots didn't plan to kill him, but kidnap him. We have the video.
Oh yeah.
He did. He
Oh,
just sort of like, I guess I'll just take this. This is harder. Bang. That's kind of what happened.
It's kind of what happened.
and so once I did that, I was like, and then what happened the next day?
How did he think he was going to kidnap
What
like a
happened?
6'2" man?
So just
In the middle
start
of a crowded theater.
somewhere, satisfy that curiosity, and then see what happens next, and just keep going.
There you go.
Start anywhere in history. We have eons, and just go backward or forward and enjoy the journey.
Right.
Yeah.
I got taken.
I'm sorry.
You were crumpling it.
It makes sound.
Yes. Oh, well, this is perfect.
Okay.
How does your editing process work? How?
Congratulations. Be free.
We cry. We cry. We just cry a lot. So,
There are members of the team that are more suited to editing than
Yeah.
others.
so I think are we talking about video editing or
Sorry, I got uncomfortable.
editing?
We may as well talk
for-
about both.
Yeah. So for video editing,
Mhm.
bless you. For video editing, it's really just finding your own process. There's many different ways that you can do it. Most professionals will say start with syncing audio. We don't have professional cameras. So the secret's out. So I don't
Mhm.
have to sync audio, which cuts things in half.
Mhm.
But then you just kind of line stuff up, and you got to find your artistic niche and clip and cut. And I like to get the rough edit done first and cut out all the blank space,
Mhm.
and then watch it all the way through
Mhm.
and write notes, and then go through and chop it up again, and add in the flavor and the fun through that process. Now it takes up to like 12 hours
Mhm.
to make one video. So that's my editing process. But for editing books, I shall defer.
Well, I mean, also,
let's
stick
talk
with
about
video for a
editing
minute.
shorts, because I
Oh, that's
edit
right.
most of the shorts, and I have the script, and then I try to tell a visual story. So if there was no audio, would it still be a compelling story? And yeah, it takes an hour per minute
It does.
to
Editing.
edit. So 1 minute video takes an hour to edit. So 12-minute video takes 12 hours
Well,
to edit.
roughly. It was actually more like
12 to 20.
a 20.
The longer it
20
is,
to
the
30
better your
minute.
time gets.
I can get 7 minutes in 1 hour,
Ooh,
but
look
it's
at you.
different. It's different.
No, me, it's a full hour, minute, especially when someone videos in their car
Mhm.
and the neck rest is right here. And then, so when I cut out the background, I just have this large beige tumor sitting
that'll
right
do
here,
it. Yeah.
which is actually half of the headrest.
Because it didn't get recorded before we went over to karaoke.
Yeah.
And so then I have to make that go away, and that takes 15 minutes.
I mean, this must be better than the weird monster deer I have in the background of mine.
Oh, that's
sometimes.
Oh, the monster
That's
deer.
cute.
Someone recorded with a monster
That's
deer in
cute.
the background, and I had to kind of like do this ombre pattern
You want
in
me
the
to explain
background just to
monster deer?
hide the monster deer creature in the back of the room. And if you look at the video very closely, you can find the monster deer. But besides
The Easter eggs
that,
that you didn't even know you were
Well,
looking
I also
for.
think it's important to note that the ones that
oh, we're linking these things
the
now.
ones that you edit are also very graphic heavy. Graphics
Right.
take a lot longer to edit.
They did.
Right.
Graphics take a lot.
And so I want to make sure that if for some reason sound doesn't work, the video's still compelling.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
so I just try to tell a visual story.
That takes a lot more time.
And then because it's short, you don't get to make your own thumbnail. So I also have to make sure that wherever YouTube decides to clip the thumbnail,
right.
it's not garbage.
Right.
So every frame has to be visually compelling.
I just make sure to zoom in on absolutely every funny face that everyone makes
That's fair.
because it makes the
You see this
video
face right
funny.
here? And she especially likes this one.
I do. It's true. I do it to myself too.
I'm like, oh, she did it again.
I do it to all of us.
It's just me.
Hey, they
Okay.
like it.
Yeah.
Do you
They
guys
do.
like the funny faces? Let us know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Say
that's-
something. Tell us. Anyway, next question.
So also, well, I
yes,
will say
never mind.
this because as we're shooting videos, we're not perfect. We don't get everything in one
Nope.
take. However, we do mostly come from a theater background,
Mhm.
so that does mean that we tend to do fewer takes than
Oh
other
yeah, no.
creators might.
We do
So-
one run through generally.
there may be some taking out of breathing or pauses or
No breathing
you know
allowed in
if
shorts.
somebody
No.
No
No.
breathing allowed in shorts.
no breathing allowed.
I literally go through the shorts and pretend that no one breathes. I just
Same.
put the breathing out.
Same.
So especially because I will wind up talking really fast, and then if it's not
I
quite
can't
a
speed you up
minute,
because you
and
sound like a chipmunk.
you have to speed me up, and then
So I have to remove
people
breathing.
point out in the comments, "Can I talk any faster?"
No, she could not.
Actually,
Are we talking about editing out all the pauses right now? Are we going to discuss that? Because the amount of pauses that I edit out,
right?
because you'll go on a long streak and you'll be like, and this is how education works, and this is how the system works. And
Yeah,
Because the brain had to catch up to the mouth.
it did.
I was like, wait.
I can literally just look at the audio file and go, clip.
No, you can
Right.
see it. You can see it. I can
Clip.
clip out dead space without listening.
I also
To the
know
video.
what the word looks like. No matter who's saying it.
I accept that.
I want it on a t-shirt for all my audio
Just
files
an
out
audio
there.
wave of
Yeah, I think that anyone's into audio or editing will automatically know what I'm talking about. It's that little shape that
But in the world where we literally share a brain, I have the skills to use the tools because I learned Photoshop and all of the various Adobe products, After Effects, InDesign, Illustrator,
Creative Cloud certified.
all of the, I never got the certification, but they were all the tools that I used in school. And so I have the technical knowledge. However, if I sit down to edit a video,
Ooh.
like their times are cute
12 hours later.
Yes.
to edit 4 frames because I sat there with a little brush and took out the background.
Where I just threw like light blurs in to get rid of the neck.
Yeah.
And I sat there and
Yeah.
took the mask off, put the mask on, took the mask off, put the mask
No.
on, paintbrushed every
No one has
little
time for that.
thing.
Well, not no one. Disney has time for that.
Yeah.
No one on our staff has time for that.
No.
So Andrea's extraordinarily decisive when it comes to editing.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. I am one decisive woman.
It's
Me,
not. I didn't get
absolutely
any of that.
not.
I make up my mind
Never.
instantaneously.
Never had.
And I'm like, good enough. Yes.
Must be nice.
Yeah, sometimes it's wrong. I'll never tell your father that. Oh.
Well, he's gonna find out now.
Oh, he knows.
I'm sure he's aware.
He knows I'm wrong. He just knows I'll never admit it. Ooh. So, who's your favorite historical figure?
Okay, well, while y'all are all thinking,
Oh
I already
gosh,
know my
so many
answer.
things are popping through my head.
I,
You go.
I already know. This has
I
been my
gotta narrow
answer
this
since I was a
down.
Favorite
child.
in what way?
Okay, right, wrong, or whatever. I don't care what anyone has to say about it. Walt Disney,
Interesting.
simply for
I
the
accept that.
accomplishments.
Okay.
You know, as somebody who loves animation, mad respect.
Mhm.
Mad respect for what he built and what he started. I understand that he wasn't the greatest person, but everybody has flaws.
I was like, oh, never put anybody on a pedestal. They will disappoint you
absolutely.
historically.
Everybody has flaws. I understand it. A lot of people
Also,
might be
there
upset
is
at that. I
no
really-
way to put a historical figure on a pedestal
No.
because almost all humans have.
Yeah.
People be peopling.
People be peopling.
And they're all dead.
Speaking of peopling,
Technically, if you're in a
McCarthy.
group, you can.
There you go.
McCarthy, because he leaned into that crazy, and I admire that.
As in-
That's some
as in-
wild crazy to admire. That's some wild crazy to
I love
admire.
talking about McCarthy. It was like, wow, he was
So
crazy.
favorite in a way that you're just sort of like,
I'm so incredibly
so
bad
impressed. It's a
at
train
names,
wreck that
so
you're
I
just
need
sitting
So
to remind
McCarthy
me.
is the guy who convinced everyone that everyone was a communist.
yeah,
And he used it as a political weapon.
During
largely.
the 50s.
the red
And then he drank himself to death.
And then, yeah.
Yep.
It was during the 50s.
Got
Yeah.
made
It was
people
the
crawl on the
50s.
desks every 30 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
He helped Ronald Reagan meet his wife.
You know, she's
Accidentally.
Blackmailed people for being gay.
Yeah,
That's
oh no,
fun.
it was wild.
That
It was weird.
wow.
It was
Wow.
strange times.
If he didn't like you, communist. Prove otherwise.
Yeah, no, there's just like
That's
weird
serious.
court. You're just like, I believe you're not a communist. I like capitalism. All right. To jail with you.
I think if I have to rank them, Diogenes is probably going to be my
Okay, you got to explain that because
So
I'm not even surprised.
ancient Greek philosopher walked around with a lantern
Oh,
holding
yeah, yeah, yeah.
people's faces saying, I'm just trying to find an honest man. Walked in.
He had a bit. It was
He
very
did.
funny.
He lived in a jar on the street
Uh-huh.
for a while.
Just
Threw a
lived in a little
pot chicken.
alcove.
it wasn't
Because
a jar; it was a large pot. But
Large
yes.
pot. He fit in it. They were trying to determine the definition of a man.
Mhm.
And so it was a featherless biped and brought a plucked chicken and threw it into the middle of the
Oh
room.
yeah, that
Behold a
guy.
man.
Yeah, no, he liked bits. That one.
Yeah, yeah. I knew who he was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Was he the one that would just like start a play like in the middle of the square? Or was that someone else?
You have to answer
I
because
feel
we're
like
going to
that's
run out of
something
time,
of
and
a
I want to know what
tracking
else is in this bag.
Oh, God. My favorite historical figure. My favorite one to talk about is Rasputin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man was possessed. You can see it in the eyes. I'm just like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Are you good? I know the
I
answer is
thought
no.
that had to do how
Yeah,
because
that
that's
too.
not okay.
Listen, do not encourage the squirreling from off the screen.
Look, that man was shot like 16 times. It was like, interesting.
He didn't die.
He just sort of
very
shrugged.
easy. They had
that
to,
was
like,
before bath salts.
That was before the bath.
Oh, we shouldn't be talking about that on YouTube. Whoops.
None of this.
My secondary one is Hans Christian Andersen.
Oh,
Everybody
also a
just
wild
take
historical
one.
figure.
Just
Okay.
take one.
I
We
just
gotta,
like people who
we
are
gotta
weird.
expedite this.
I just like a person who
Oh
is
no! This is trick question.
Trick?
It's fake news.
Okay.
We just did this.
Oh, we just did that.
we
one
did.
too.
What did you?
Oh, I have one.
Okay, I'm
This
done.
is
We're not.
another
Why
one
is
about
the
the
channel
Andersen.
called
Yeah.
Cheese Press Publishing? I know exactly. Okay. This is actually my fault, technically.
Is it?
Well, it was
You?
It was our fault because I handed you the
Okay,
text.
So
but I
what-
thought it was also one of our students.
Yes.
So there's a thing.
But she was in the middle of the pit.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened was, it was early
The
days.
year was 1999.
No.
What year are we?
2009. 2019.
Oh, this is for
Eventually we
you.
were good.
The year was 2019. It was right before COVID.
Yeah.
This is for
It
the
was
two of you.
early days of Hazelwood, and it was one of those. It was still times when my mom would be like, "Hey, show up! I'm making you do a thing," and I'm like, "Okay." And I'd walk in, and she handed me a
Oh,
script,
yeah, I can do
and I was like, "What's this?" And they're like, "Read it to the kids for story time."
So back up. It was not a script.
Oh.
It was a children's book. It was from the World's Fair.
Yes, it was
I actually
historical.
went back and found
It was
the PDF.
historical.
It's this historical document. So the concept was amazing. The concept was they were introducing this new fancy printing press that I guess printed faster and better. And it was at the World's Fair. And so what would happen as they demonstrated this piece of machinery is they would print out a little booklet that kids could carry around, and it would introduce them to all the things that were at the World's Fair.
Yeah, and so it was like a little tour guide book, except there was a story in it. And so I was
For
little-
children!
They were literally sitting around me in a circle where it was in a weird pit because like that was.
We had this little.
You remember the weird pit?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a different building at the time. And I was reading it, like doing the voices and stuff. And I was like, sometimes you'd approach a part and be like, tell the time period, not Japanese. Anyways, it's about a certain way some furniture was like lacquered and designed in Japan.
Oh,
And then
my.
like, we called it Japanese.
Just, we're on YouTube. We can link the pamphlet so
Yeah,
that you
I
guys
was like,
can
this is
read it.
We're not making
historical.
this up. We're
This
not
is
making this up.
historical. I'm not
Yeah.
just saying weird things.
We'll link the pamphlet.
But at some point, it got to the cheese press, and it kept saying cheese press over and over again in like right after each other. There was a cheese press, and then there was a cheese press, and then a cheese press over and over. At some point, one of our kids went, cheese press. And then they just kept saying it.
And then
the
it became a
rest of
chorus.
the year.
All of
Just
the
cheese
kids.
press.
All of the kids, by the
Cheese
time she
press.
threw the booklet across the room, because that is in fact what happened to this book.
No,
Yeah,
what
that's-
happened is Bennett said, no, we get it.
Yeah.
And then it went flying. By that point,
At some
all
point,
of the kids
there
were
was
saying
mutiny.
the cheese press.
And also, this booklet is racist.
Yeah, no, they're like, we don't like this anymore.
Now
And this
I
got
simply
shut.
have to read this. Now I simply have
We will
to read
absolutely
this.
link
Oh, my
It was
God.
great.
So when we needed to name a publishing company, we're like, what's interesting? What's unique? What's something that nobody else is using? And
That's
what's-
something.
and it had a tie into our culture and our people and the kids loved it. So
And now here we are.
Craziness.
here we
Yeah.
are.
And we don't
Cheese
print
press.
cheese.
No.
We don't press cheese at all.
No.
We tried to hire interns.
Last
Last
year,
year,
we interviewed
and-
3 interns.
They were the only ones who actually applied for the job because everybody looked at the cheese press and thought that we were cheese
We're
manufacturers.
like, we don't want to
They
make
didn't
cheese.
even read the
Good.
description of the
Good.
internship.
I kind of would like to make cheese.
Okay, who next?
Okay. How to encourage to write. Wait, how to encourage children.
Bribery.
They wrote it
Oh.
to write. How to
Right,
encourage
worked well for you.
children to write. No, this is how I've encouraged children to write. This is how I encourage stubborn, perfectionists children to write.
I know how you
I
encourage
get in
them
their
to read.
face and I go, write me the worst thing you ever wrote ever. Suck. Make it bad. And then they write me something perfectly fine. And I'm like, look, you can write.
I
That's very
once, actually, this was Bennett. I once he was like, he really couldn't like get over like a mental block for like a history paper he had to
Mhm.
write, and I was like, "You want to talk about the Alamo?" And we just sat there. and We talked about the Alamo for a minute, for like, yes, we took an hour. We were just talking about the Alamo, and I was like,
Don't
"You can see how these all these bullet points we have expand."
It was a really good project.
Sometimes you just sort of go, want to talk about something stupid, and it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's your target audience?
What a good question.
The adults are fired.
What?
You told me to hold you to it. The adults are fired.
Why are they fired?
Oh, because he's
Oh,
taking time for
time.
us. So
Oh.
we're not gonna fire the adults just yet because we've got 2 questions and then we can be fired. But thank you for the
We're
time
on
warning.
probation.
We're on probation.
Thank
Thank you for the time warning.
Everybody. Our target audience is everyone.
Ooh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Not everybody. So what happened was we got started making history videos, and some idiot said, "Let's do today in history," and then we attracted a demographic that we never expected.
I said that this was a bad idea.
We love you, men over 65, but y'all think we're crazy. And we were actually trying to attract children and their mothers.
Right.
So keep encouraging us. Tell us when we're off rails. Don't call us bad names. But no, our target audience are kids interested in history and their mothers.
Homeschooling
Parents and kids.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to cover multiple generations. Well, from child to motherhood, I guess.
Right. We're looking really at middle schoolers, high schoolers, and parents of those age groups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
No, don't get me wrong.
Or people raising
I love
that
the
age
older people because sometimes you really give me something to think about, or you give me a correction and I'll go in and correct it. But
we were here to entertain kids mostly.
we weren't expecting the demographic we got. Hi.
All right, kick them out.
Okay.
All right. I have one last one. Because they asked what's the
2
favorite,
minutes.
what's the favorite thing you've ever written?
Okay, answer it.
And so I'm not gonna say the favorite thing that I've ever written. I'm gonna say the favorite thing I'm actively writing at the moment.
Oh, she's doing a good job.
Is
She's doing a good job. Ooh, I
our
can't wait.
fall play for next year.
Ooh, she's doing a good
It's gonna be
job.
called
She's doing a
Worlds
good job.
Collide. The working title is Worlds Collide, and it is based in ancient mythology.
She started telling me what she was going on in her head, and I just ran away. I was like, I
love
can't
it.
handle it.
I
This
love
is
it.
gonna be so good.
I love it.
Okay,
I
I
love
think
it.
we're getting
Okay.
kicked
We
out.
are.
So
It's time.
we love you all. We'll be back.
And
Bye.
we're here.
Don't stop.
Oh, look who it is!
Yay!
So happy to be back.
Oh, do not. It's
fine.
The teapot.
It's
Welcome back. All right, so will you tell everybody why you're here and who you actually are?
I'm here under duress.
Yeah,
Sure.
he is.
And
You'll get
something
over it.
interesting about
Start
yourself.
with your name.
Okay.
It's the children are talking.
Nobody is saying
Okay.
nobody is saying blink twice if you're being held against your will, but anyway.
All right. Start.
I'm JJ. My mother is Mayor. And yeah, interesting fact about myself is that I once hijacked a government and economics course with weasels. Jordan taught that class,
Yeah, he
so
did.
she's just having some nom flashbacks right there.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Say who you are in relation to the channel. they
I
might not recognize
play Jack as one of the characters. I also have written a couple of Today in History scripts and done a couple of Today in History videos, and most of the ones that I was in weren't written by me. But yeah, and then I'm also just here a lot.
He does go to school here,
Yeah.
thus he is physically present generally.
Okay. I'm Sophia. I am one of the original cheese press people. I was one of the interns that helped start coming up with the ideas for the channel. So I play Bree in our Scholarly Cheese Guild segment thing. And what was the other stuff? I'm
something
also
interesting about yourself.
okay. Well, I'm also a student here at Hazelwood. Something interesting about myself. I don't know. Maybe I guess I'm an OG student at Hazelwood. I feel like that's kind of interesting and cool. Maybe it's not. Maybe I
You
need
need
You
something
need-
more
you need an
interesting and
interesting
cool
thing.
because you do a lot of interesting things.
Some people just need to get on boats and go fight laser dolphins in Guam.
Yeah, that too.
Why didn't we invite?
Also,
him to
don't
this?
you have tons of achievements?
I mean,
You could talk about those.
I'm going to speech and debate nationals
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks. So,
Yay.
yeah. I love speech and debate.
Huzzah.
There you go.
Yes.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
So, and if you're just now joining, I'm Holly. It's
Oh, the Jordan.
We exist. We're here.
You can scroll back in the video's time thing to find out the interesting
Yeah,
things about them.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
We're not going to go through that again. So,
So why are we here?
because we're going to answer more questions, but with you guys now,
Uh-oh.
right?
I'm just gonna prevent that from following. real
Please
quick.
do.
That's like
That's
it's
giving
making
me
nervous.
anxiety. For people who don't know what just happened, I just moved a precariously positioned MacBook so
Yeah.
that it didn't fall on the
We
ground.
need it to not fall. Also, if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. So, where did the bag go?
There are chat speaks.
Do we have anything from the chat, Mr. Henry? Mr. Henry's also here.
Okay. Okay.
Do we have we
Where are they
Huh?
gone?
we
Oh yeah, we went through them.
motor.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Improvising.
Oh no. The adults were supposed to ask us questions now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, adults.
Okay.
Where did my mother
Adults.
disappear to?
She went away.
Well, you were supposed to ask us questions about our homeschooling experience.
Oh, okay. So you have 4 homeschoolers in front of you.
Come closer, or don't, or just yell. That's fine.
You have 4.
What was the latest?
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. I'm sorry.
You have 4 homeschoolers in front of you. Homeschoolers exist outside of their houses.
Yeah, we
Really?
don't. We're actually
Yeah.
in our house right now.
Sounds like we
Yeah.
actually all live here.
All of us live
You're
here.
gnomes.
We basically
So,
we are
for
gnomes.
each of you, please tell the audience something about yourself that breaks the homeschool using bunny finger stereotype.
Okay.
I'm a theater kid.
This is
I don't think that
I was
breaks
like, does
any
that-
stereotypes.
I was like, I don't think that's different.
It did to me growing up because every person I talked to was like, "Oh, so you're gay?" Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why.
Or your family, you worship Satan because you're in theater.
What? Where were you? Wait.
I was about to say,
Well, I'm so concerned. Wait, what? Whoa.
We've got some chat messages.
Okay, you guys, this is exactly how it happened for me. Like, I would say that I was into theater and video games and stuff, and people were immediately upset by
That's
that.
Where did you like?
crazy.
We were in some crazy homeschool circles.
Also, homeschooling was different. back
Homeschooling
then
was
than it
very
is now.
different. back
Homeschooling
then.
was a little different.
Homeschooling was very different back then, and multiple people questioned everything my mother did. So, yeah, people constantly would be like,
Nowadays,
Oh,
like,
also-
homeschooling is a lot more popular.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Which everybody plays that now. There's a whole
Yeah.
D&D movie. Like,
That
We're
used
all
to be
nerds
a-
here.
so when
Yeah.
I was like 7 years old, and I would be saying to my Sunday school teacher, like, "Yeah, I'm homeschooled and we play D&D." They're like, "Cool, hail Satan." I'm like, "No, actually, no,
Strangely accepting. Hail Satan. I
like,
guess.
no."
That's such a funny thing that one could just clip from this live stream.
I'm sorry with it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So I don't know about you guys.
Restaurant coming up.
That's
God.
mine.
Hail Satan.
Henry,
no.
chat messages. We
Well,
have.
no, first, JJ, tell us something about.
No, we
I-
gotta keep going.
Yeah, we
with
gotta
it.
go with
Okay,
the
okay.
It's his
Fine.
responsibility to keep track of that. Okay,
Fine.
you
Okay.
do not keep track of that. He
Alright,
does.
alright.
Yeah, Mr. Henry.
Does anyone want to explain how to fart safely?
No,
No, no, I'm good.
Go.
No.
All right.
Okay.
we'll talk about it later.
JJ, please.
No, we won't.
All right. Homeschooling stereotype. Well, I didn't break the stupid one, but I guess having friends, like that was something
Yeah.
Holly mentioned earlier in the
Yeah.
video. But like all of my friends, like at church, would be like, "Oh, you're homeschooled, so like we're your only friends, right?" And I'm like, No, not exactly. I actually have like at least double the amount of friends that I have here.
Mhm.
So like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just people just assume, "Oh, you're homeschooled. You've never had a social interaction in your life. You're locked in your basement slaving away over math
Yeah,
problems."
Clearly,
Actually,
that's what we're doing
yeah.
right now.
It is. There's actually no windows in this entire building.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's actually true.
No,
It's just-
there is. No, there are
Okay,
windows.
okay.
There's our windows in this room.
I said building. building, not room.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
There are many exits.
Don't tell them
There are
all
secrets.
Stop it.
It's your turn.
I mean,
Okay.
not all of them locked, but anyway. Incriminating.
So, we kind of hinted at this earlier, but I guess the homeschool stereotype that I and a lot of people I know break is homeschooling is such a misleading name because I'm never home.
Yeah, no.
That's fair.
I'm like, never.
Never home. Especially as I've gotten older. Like when I was younger, we tended to
Oh,
do a
God,
lot
that
more
was mine.
stuff like with my parents and stuff.
Yeah.
But as I got older, we started branching out into co-ops. I'm at Hazelwood, or for the past couple of weeks because of the show, I was at Hazelwood 4 days a week, all day. So, like, I'm never home,
Yeah.
nor do I have time to do schoolwork, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, so I actually typed this into the chat when I walked into the other room.
Well, I'm dead out, so like, go ahead.
The question that I was asking is, tell us about the wildest educational experience you've had because you were homeschooled.
Oh, give me a second.
Give me a second. Which
I
one?
feel like
We
they're
all
less
just have to
wild for
rethink
us.
our
I mean,
lives.
1 second.
I probably shouldn't say the one that
Yeah,
just
because
came
you're
to
like
mind.
babies that are wrapped in bubble wrap. Because you get the good, clean homeschool experience. We had to go through.
Wow.
I mean,
listen here, Missy.
I was
Okay.
like, you weren't there in the old days.
when homeschooling was illegal.
When I had to walk from my bedroom to the kitchen uphill both ways.
In the snow, barefoot,
Dodging the truancy police and
wearing denim skirts to my ankles.
Wildest homeschooling like field trip I had was to the Bodies Museum. Now lots of people have been to the Bodies Museum, but people like to tell me
I
things.
gotta phone a friend.
I don't know what I do, but this has been true my entire life.
I'm calling my mom.
Okay, this has been true my entire life. If I go into a museum, some tour guide will look at me and be like, "You want to hear something wild that I'm not supposed to say to you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Has that skill too?
Yeah, I just appear and they're like, "Hey, come here, kid. I want to say something horrifying to you." And I'm like, "Sure." And I went to the Bodies Museum and she was leading us through like the way she was supposed to. And then everybody else walked away and she said, "Hey, come here." And I was like, all of these people are war prisoners. This is deeply illegal. And they just started telling me lots of stuff about how none of this should be happening.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm 12, man. What's going? This happened at the Alamo. This happened at the Bodies Museum. It happened at the Titanic Museum. Someone goes, "Come here.
Yeah.
Come here, kid. Want to hear something horrifying?"
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I would be the type of person to just single out a random kid that was alone and say,
You
"Hey,
would.
kid, you want to hear something wild?"
You
That's-
would. You should be a
that's
museum
concerning.
tour guide.
People do that to me all the time. I just can't walk into a museum without someone being like, "Come here." And I'm like, "I don't wanna." Sure. This happens as an adult.
Do either of you have something?
I'm trying to think because my homeschool experience has been like pretty docile, actually.
Babies.
Like
They're babies.
it's true, actually.
Yes.
But,
It was
I
us
don't
and the jean skirt girls
Yes,
just fighting it
so
out
True.
in the
so
trenches.
true.
That's fair. I have done like quite a few extracurriculars. Like I do science Olympiad, I do speech and debate, I do theater and stuff. So like most of my wild experiences would be in one of those extracurriculars, probably theater.
Probably.
I mean, theater is crazy.
Probably.
Like I had
Theater people are weird.
Yeah, I
Weird.
had a theater teacher because I did Summit Academy for like a year and never did again. But I had a drama teacher who was the worst drama teacher I've ever had. She was so mean. She had very clear favorites, and
Oof.
nobody else would ever get cast as anything
That's
good
rough.
ever. And yeah, her daughter was almost worse than her. Her daughter would like yell at us and stuff. It was awful.
We are still
Yeah.
live.
What are you
Your
pointing
turn.
at?
It's your turn.
Anyway.
Please, we are still live, friends.
You're the only one who's scrolling. You could hear none of that on stream.
Anyway, so Yeah, I also didn't have like a lot of just wild homeschooling experiences. It's been pretty tame. Like the closest thing I could say as a wild homeschool experience was just,
Being in a government class with you.
yeah, me.
That's fair.
That's true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
You're
true.
actually the source of people.
I was about to say,
It's like I facilitated
You're
that.
a
That
menace
was
to
true.
society.
I didn't have
Talk
wild
about
experiences. I
the
made wild experiences.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
No, talk about your least favorite science class that I made you actually finish.
Oceanography.
What did you get to do in conjunction with that, though?
Oh well, I got certified to get scuba. I got scuba certified. Jeez, that was.
And then
And then I scuba dove on the Great Barrier Reef.
That's cool.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That is
It's
pretty
cool, but
not everyone does that, JJ.
I know.
I think that
Like
it's not that y'all haven't had wild homeschool experiences. It's that y'all don't know what normal school experience looks like,
that's true.
so you don't have a good reference point to.
That's
One
true.
Your life
Most
is-
of
I'm gonna
us
call my
were-
mom.
I
Okay.
was homeschooled my entire life.
I was homeschooled
Were
since
you too?
I
Oh,
was
yeah, my whole life.
6.
I'm calling my
6,
mother because I
7?
can't think of
Since I was
anything.
8.
I did do fencing as a child. Like I took fencing as like my PE.
We went bowling one time for PE.
And I had a Russian coach. And having a Russian coach in
Hey,
PE,
I'm on a
Italian,
live
you can use
stream.
the Russian accent to mess with y'all.
he was lying.
DiMaggio.
His name was DiMaggio. I thought he was just like half Russian, half Italian. No, he was just messing with us. Yeah, no, he was a wild man. He was truly the strangest man in the world, but he was so funny. And fencing is usually a very quiet, sort of like chess-oriented sport. He would used to be like, "Hey, scream, scream when you lunge at people's faces." And there was like a thing that was in the Russian style of fencing, where you would lunge, you would very specific, lunge, you very specifically kick into this. You have squats
They
down.
can't see.
High.
You're,
And
that's
then
not
go-
the way you need to be facing.
I don't fence this way, but lunge, squat, and then he would have you squat down and
There
then
you
lunge
go.
from the ground at someone's face with a sword. And he said, "Scream, scream louder." And you're just like, "Okay, sir, this is probably terrifying, and I'm not sure it's legal." Sure. I was like, I can only think of how to illustrate that physically.
That's fair.
But I was like, yeah, no, I did that a lot.
She
That's a
answers the
wild
phone,
experience.
but now there's nothing. I don't
Yeah,
know what
no.
she actually said to me.
Oh no.
Yeah, my mom's on the phone though.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah.
JJ
Hello.
got to wear Jordan's fencing pants last week.
JJ
That's
did get
true.
where Jordan's been.
No, Chelsea did.
Wild homeschool
Yeah, those were
experience.
Jacksons.
Directing
Right.
that show. Wild homeschool experience. Directing that show.
I can
That's
hear
fair.
you now. I'm sorry you had to hear all of that.
I'm not.
So hey, I'm on a live stream on YouTube talking about wild homeschool experiences. Can I put you on speaker? Because I need help. Okay. Okay, so Mom, I'm trying to think because I know there's probably a million of them. What is just a really, really wild out of pocket homeschool experience that we had?
I don't really know that we had a lot of wild homeschool experiences as much as we had a lot of wild people didn't understand why I had so many children with me in places when they should be in school.
Look, that counts. We
Yeah,
have to talk
yeah,
about
that happens a lot.
No, that completely counts. Do you want to tell us about some of them, or do you want to remind me? And because I don't remember a lot of that. So, but I know it happened.
Oh, the Troy Institute.
Well, I've been trying to become part of homeschool associations in the town where we lived when you were born. Like, you weren't actually homeschooled until we moved here. And so by the time we moved here, I already knew what kind of associations to avoid. But in Augusta, homeschooling was still very, very new when I started homeschooling. And we tried to become part of a drama group within a homeschool association when Rachel and Becky were in, I think it was first and second grade.
This is lore I do not know.
So first of all, it's really hard to do drama with people who kind of sort of believe that drama goes against the Bible, but they still want to do drama.
I literally said that earlier.
Yeah, it was so weird. Hang on just a second. I'm on a live, Holly. Okay. So we auditioned, and at audition things felt a little odd, but I thought maybe it was just because I wasn't used to the way that they did things, and we were still going to give it a go. And then rehearsals started, and they were at this church, and we got there for rehearsal, and I kid you not, my girls were the only girls in pants. I was the only mom in pants.
She
And
said
it was
in
like
pants,
Twilight
by the
Zone
way.
movie
Yeah.
that I stepped into.
Oh, so ankle length
Wait,
skirts.
say that last part again. Stepped into what?
It was like, what Twilight Zone episode have I stepped into?
Wow.
That's
Because-
terrifying.
Yes. There were a lot of homeschoolers like that. The way that homeschool is now is so different from how it was when I started homeschooling in Augusta in the early 90s. Everyone that I knew that homeschooled in Augusta did it strictly for religious reasons.
Wow.
And we
Now, homeschooling back in the day was weird.
Well, I
Did
think
you have more questions, Mayor, or are you
So-
kicking us out now?
I think we're kicking y'all out because I think y'all have
a little something
some
planned for
fun
us.
ways to torture us.
Yeah.
Try not to laugh. History edition.
Oh, do you guys want to hear about the largest collection of Christian art outside of the Vatican, though?
Oh yes.
Lobby.
I would love
See,
to.
Oh
that's why
No,
I
second.
know where this is going.
Is that the second?
I know where this is going.
So yeah, so I used to go to homeschool.
Right.
Yes, I used to go to homeschool Christian competitions at Bob Jones University,
Oh no, not Bob Jones.
and this is back in the day where women still couldn't wear pants before 4 p.m. was the rule.
2012.
Yeah, they had to be this long, and you can't wear pants before 4 p.m. I don't know what that cutoff was. I don't know what happens after 4 p.m. But you couldn't wear pants until after 4 p.m. So,
When the ankles come out.
Oh no, not the
not the
ankles.
ankles. But man, that place had the wildest rules. And we were a Christian homeschool group, like very specifically a Christian homeschool group. And we were sitting there like, what's happening? I'm so scared, actually. It's like, no, the food was bad. Men and women could not touch each other physically. This was a hand hug. We would hug our friends with our hands and then run in separate directions as fast as humanly possible. There were like student monitors, and they would wear suits, black and white. And we just called them the
Oh
penguins.
no, not the penguins.
And we were like, oh god, the penguins are here. They act natural. Stares into the little distance. But if it was your first year there, you had to go into the art gallery. And Bob Jones has the largest collection of Christian art outside of the Vatican. And if you had, you would be assigned a younger person's, your second year, and you would have to take them to the art gallery.
Oh no.
So it was me and one of my best friends,
Oh no.
Emily, just walking through the art gallery, dodging penguins, staring at John the Baptist's head on a silver platter. So many babies. Why were they so naked? It's just like, what's happening? And you were just like dodging penguins and just in and out of the room, staring at John the Baptist's head on a silver platter for a little too long. It's like, why would you do this? And just walk away.
One year they assigned Jackson to Omari, which
They
made no sense.
did. It didn't.
Mm.
It didn't make any
Like, he's older.
sense.
What are you doing?
Jackson, what? No, Omari is my age.
Yeah, I know. They assigned Jackson to Omari.
Oh, what? How did that happen?
Yeah.
I thought they were just buddied up
No,
generally.
No, they assigned Jackson
That's
to Omari.
fascinating.
Interesting.
Well,
All right.
anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
So
but
the chaos is going to continue. Our younger contingent have come up with some things that they want to see our reactions to.
I'm scared.
And so here we
Are
are.
we trying not to laugh?
Yeah,
Right?
trying to not
Try
laugh.
not
So
to
wait,
laugh.
so what are the rules? Help me. I don't ever actually do try not
Just
to laugh challenges.
don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
Avoid
Should
smiling.
Should we do no smile?
Avoid
I'm
smile.
gonna
Avoid smile.
I'm gonna lose. I already
Smiling
know.
right now.
So wait, so who's are we gonna play for winners?
If you wanna.
If you want to.
I'm highly competitive.
Jordan's winning.
Try not to
I
laugh to
also
the
might
death.
disturb you a great deal. So
But I do find horrifying history facts very funny.
I don't love those.
Okay.
Those
Hold
are
on,
not-
let me get a spreadsheet.
That's why
up
I've
real
got
quick
it.
for
Yeah,
y'all.
Henry, keep score. Mr. Henry's gonna keep score.
Okay. It's like the way I like Shakespeare's tragedies better because I think they're funnier.
Are you okay?
They are so funny.
I mean, Shakespeare's funny in general. Do you have it ready, Mr. Henry?
Things are loading. Go ahead.
Okay,
Okay, are we gonna start?
I
Go
think
for it.
so.
Okay. All right. I can't take myself seriously. Okay.
I'm already smiling because you're laughing.
Okay. Why were the early days of history known as the Dark Ages? Because there were so many nights.
But I'm
Mm.
That's awful.
I see.
No, you got me.
puns. Got it.
Okay. How was the Roman Empire cut in half? With a pair of Caesars.
Most of hers are just really terrible.
The thing is, I love dad jokes, so this is actually incredibly difficult.
I actually very much hate dad jokes.
Yeah, can you
No,
tell?
Jordan will cut you for dad jokes.
This is hilarious.
Sorry.
Oh,
That was my
I'm
favorite.
dead.
This is painful, actually.
Yeah,
This one might be offensive. So,
I mean, it's
Oh,
a joke.
why,
Humor is offensive to a lot of people.
listen. Okay. Why are so many pyramids in Egypt? They were too heavy to steal and put in a British museum.
Correct! Anyways.
That is not wrong.
And that is, it's actually so hard not to laugh
So-
at these. This is
So
genuinely
I'm
funny.
gonna give a couple of things now.
That was just true.
So first, before there were alarm clocks, there was a certain profession, and it's not at all what it sounds like. It was called a knockers up, and it was basically people who were hired to shoot dried peas from a blowgun at people's windows in order to wake them up.
I'm not.
This was not new information for me.
Yeah,
so it's easier to not laugh at.
the name is something.
I'm mostly just interested. Why would they do that?
I think this game is hardest for
'Cause they're
me
not
because
pebbles.
I love to laugh.
Right.
I'm actually upset that I can't laugh right now.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
So then also, and this one I actually was, this fact I was spreading around yesterday because it made me laugh so much.
Oh, I'll write
It's
it
quite
on my list.
disturbing, actually. Because in 1929, two Princeton researchers turned a living cat into a working telephone. I'm not even joking. They sedated it while it was unconscious, cut open its skull, and then pressed a telephone wire to the auditory nerve and had the other person in a soundproof room with at the other end attached to a receiver. And they spoke into the cat's ear and they could hear through it.
That
and
is deeply upsetting.
and they actually processed how sound worked through the auditory nerve through that. And then they touched it to other tissue and it didn't work. Then they put it back on the auditory nerve and cut off blood circulation to the cat's head, and the signal went dead.
This is why we have him do the weird facts in our videos.
It was funny at the beginning. It got less funny as we
Yeah,
were
it got a
talking.
lot less funny.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
mean,
so sorry.
Okay.
yeah.
I'll,
You
continue,
are.
I'll continue
It
with the
started
fun.
funny.
I'll continue with the fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I
I
find
had to
it
sit
harder.
through several open-minded president jokes yesterday.
I
Oh,
I
those are
find it
epic.
harder not to laugh at you laughing.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Sure.
My poor knowledge of Greek mythology has always been my Achilles elbow.
That's bad.
Sorry.
That was just upsetting.
What do you
Has anyone lost?
Me.
Andrea.
Andrea
I looked at everything.
Oh.
Okay.
Haven't not
Because I
laughed.
also have it on delay over here. Mare and Andrea both have 1 point. Everyone else is clean.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So, what do you call a medieval spy? Surveillance.
No.
You almost got me for a
thought it was
second.
funny.
You almost got me on that one.
I mean, I'm not denying that it's funny. I'm just really
Listen.
want to win.
Do you have more, JJ? Or do you want me to keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. What's the most popular kids movie in ancient Greece? Troy Story.
All right.
The eye rolls.
Yeah,
They were
that
in
was terrible.
sync.
So y'all heard of Caligula? I'm not gonna say anything too bad about him because he is a pretty terrible dude. But he did one time just appoint his favorite horse as a Roman senator, and so there was just a Roman senator who was a horse.
He also built him like golden stables
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
assigned servants to said horse.
Yeah. Also,
And didn't he feed him like golden?
What is happening
Don't
outside?
feed the horses gold.
Listen, it's Caligula.
Also, in the 18th century, a woman called Mary Toft was convinced by doctors that she had given birth to rabbits. Real, medical doctors convinced her that she that she gave birth to rabbits.
I'm hearing some of these for the first time too.
That's kind of disturbing.
What's
Her-
the medical gaslighting?
Her explanation was rooted in the in a long discredited theory of maternal impression that apparently she was caused to be startled by a rabbit in a field in 1726, and from that on she said she dreamed about and had a constant desire to eat rabbits.
We're done.
I can't. To eat rabbits.
Nope.
And the king sent his doctor to investigate. The
As
medic
you should.
who arrived when Mrs. Toft was in labor with her 15th rabbit, she was certain was genuine. Eventually, the hoaxer was charged with fraud and imprisoned.
Yeah, no jail. Under the prison for
jail.
you.
Jail.
No, bad.
I'm a little concerned at what you find funny.
Okay,
Again, it started funny, and then it got less
That's why I
funny.
said stop. That's why I said read no more.
I only have 3 more.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay, and 2 of them are like in tandem. All right. Why was World War I so quick? Because they were Russian.
Get out.
Why was World War II so slow? Because they were Stalin.
That almost got me. That almost got me.
Mm-mm.
That almost got me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A Frenchman walks into a library and asks for a book on warfare. The librarian says, "You'll only lose it."
I'm not sure I understood that one. Was
So
that
basically,
One more time.
Okay, a Frenchman walks into a library and asks for a book on warfare. The librarian says, "You'll only lose it."
Because they're French.
They'll lose the war.
Oh.
It
And the
would
book.
have been funnier if there was some way to work surrender into that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But the French technically have the best war history.
They
Napoleon.
do.
Historically.
Yeah, but
they
I
have
did.
won the most wars.
They have.
Flat out.
I was like, I'm not sure that made sense.
I understand where the jokes come from, but also when you're looking at the whole historical lens and what happened to the French army right before the World Wars, it makes a whole lot more
I
sense.
just cannot take the fact that someone is blasting the wall from the other side of the street. I'm sorry.
I think those are laughs.
Well,
Both.
that doesn't count. I wasn't laughing at that.
I'm also done.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
got
gonna
a
say-
couple.
Oh,
Oh, are you done?
Yay.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
We were
I
not
was.
very hard.
Oh no, he's reading from the
we've
screen.
expired our time that
He's
we had
reading from the
planned.
screen.
Oh
However,
wow. Yes.
I thought we had finished.
And then yes.
Famous French Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte was once attacked by a horde of bunnies.
Yeah.
So how this happened was that he had requested a rabbit hunt to be arranged for him and his top men. The rabbits were released from their cages and then proceeded to charge Napoleon Bonaparte and his men, and they were subsequently attacked by rabbits.
Is this where Monty Python got the idea?
Maybe.
That's great.
bunnies and rabbits are actually really vicious.
In a horde, yeah.
I've never seen
Yeah.
one close, so
I am one.
I saw a rabbit when I was like 22, and I was like, oh, they're free in the wild. I'm from New York.
Never,
I'm
oh,
from New
I was
York.
gonna say she's
That's
from
fair.
New York. That's fair.
Okay. All right.
All right, get us another one.
President Zachary Taylor died from a cherry overdose.
We know these are in our videos.
They are?
No,
I don't
not
think
all of
I've
them.
written
They're
that
in
one.
Scholarly Cheese Guild.
Not
That
all
one
of
is in there. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
it
I
is?
edited it. I know.
Didn't you
Well,
talk about
I
okay,
heard
so
it.
he
I did.
ate
Over
too many
and over.
cherries and then drank a ton of milk.
No,
at the
you
4th of
alluded
July
to it.
Party.
Oh no,
When?
we
In
missed
the
what he's
chat chat.
saying.
When?
Please,
One more time.
because we're talking at the same time.
Okay. Zachary Taylor passed away after eating too many cherries and drinking too much milk at a 4th of July party in 1850. He died 4 days later from gastroenteritis from too much acid.
Yep.
Interesting.
You definitely mentioned this.
Too
in the
bad
video,
they didn't
JJ.
have acid yet.
Oh.
Really?
acid the drug.
Oh.
There you go.
Hold on.
Not all of these are ours.
What is making things harder? What I can't handle is just the blasting of Pink Floyd that is happening.
Oh, hey,
I don't know if you guys can hear
I
it.
can
just
definitely
screw
hear
with
it.
it.
Mm. It's making
Well,
it
hopefully
funnier.
it's not on the video because then that's music in our video.
Oh, dang it.
I'll just click.
Okay, in the Roman Empire, ferrets, dogs, and monkeys were the most popular pets. Cats were used to hunt. Sorry, instead of cats, ferrets were used to hunt mice,
Yep.
and rats, guards, dogs were guard dogs, and monkeys were used as sheer entertainment value.
Ferrets are evil.
Well, I didn't know there were ferrets in that. Well, I mean, as after a while, the world was a Roman Empire, so I guess that's fair. I was like, where did you get ferrets from?
Also, there's like an Aztec tribe that I don't remember which one it is, so I'm sorry. But they, I think it was the Aztecs. They worshipped turkeys,
I do remember
like
that. That was
fully
a
worshipped
fact.
turkeys.
You know, that's fair.
They're delicious.
Are they?
Are there more, or is that it?
Turkeys? Turkeys?
They are
Alright.
delicious.
I think this is
I think that's
probably a
it.
good place for
Yeah.
us to wrap.
We can call it there.
Excellent.
I have weird facts, but
Did I crack?
I think we're good.
I don't think so.
No.
I
Yay!
have Mayor cracked once, Andrea cracked twice, and
I cracked a lot more than twice. I just don't.
Scot-free.
I just don't move when I'm laughing.
I knew that was going to happen.
That's fair. I
Oh.
accept
Okay,
results.
I got one bonus round.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ancient Romans often used stale urine as mouthwash.
Did
No.
know that.
That's
Yep.
not funny. That's just gross.
Disgusting.
That's just gross.
Why did they think that was functioning?
Did you know that they had a communal sponge on a stick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And they
That's
just pass
also
it around
gross.
and they
Oh, that's
clean with the same sponge.
Yes, and it's
gross.
Pope Gregory the Ninth's
Okay.
fault
Is
that
there
we
more
had
to
black
this
blood.
bonus round, or can we be done?
I
Whoa.
believe that.
I don't know this.
What?
Okay.
It's Pope Gregory the
Ninth.
The Ninth.
fault that we have what?
It's his fault that we got the Black Plague.
Oh boy. That's a conversation for another time, I
That
think.
So-
is-
Clearly, we love to talk about history.
Yeah.
I will do another live stream, and we don't know when.
Right.
But I kind of want to play some history games.
We should.
So
Let's do it.
send us
Y'all should do that.
your history facts and your history mysteries, and we'll make some fun out of it.
We'll make some fun out of it. Now, before we go, we do have an announcement this evening. Our wonderful and glorious Holly is leaving our team. We knew when she came on the team that it was going to be just kind of a short contract period anyway. She's going back to her first love, which is animation.
Yeah.
So we're going to link her channel in the comments or in the description below. So if you want to continue to follow her journey, you can follow it on her channel.
Right.
And we hope that you will. But she's turning editing over to us.
Yeah. Good luck. I'm sorry, guys.
May
I
the
know.
odds be ever in all of our favor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
So-
alright.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to go back to school. Maybe we'll find out in some capacity and learn animation. And if you do check out my channel, it's just a vlog right now. That's all I do right now. But you can follow the journey, and hopefully we'll be in touch. But yeah,
They're not like leaving. They're
Yeah.
just
it's been
doing other things.
an amazing experience. I've loved every bit of it. I've learned so much, and I'm really honestly I'm blessed to have been a part of this. So thank you guys.
And we appreciated having you.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have gotten started without you. So
I like to
Yeah.
start things. So
in good company.
Yeah.
All right. And on that note, we love you all, and we will see you again later.
Bye.
Somebody hit the button. Somebody has to hit the button.
Which button?
End stream. The
All
big
of
red
them.
button that
Oh.
says end
See,
stream.
I didn't cuss the whole time.
I'm
Oh,
so proud of
thank
you.
you.
That's where
You
I
get-
Hold on, you have to hit yes.
Exit.
Not there,
Bye.
no.